I don't believe in any stupid feminine energy. Like, I insult men for a living. I insult their intelligence. I shatter their ego. I call them stupid and dumb.
I don't respect their minds. I don't respect their opinions. I literally can't stand them.
Have you ever hung out with a man just like casually? It's kind of easy to hate them.
Every morning when you wake up, I want you to think, how can I ruin a man's day? How can I gaslight, manipulate, disadvantage a man in my life?
Don't you just hate when a man...
We're currently witnessing history in the making, a time where misandry finally gained enough significance to be put in the history books. It's almost as if women of this generation came together and decided that one of their goals was to put misandry on the map, and they've been working tirelessly to ensure that they achieve that goal. From playful TikToks disregarding men's opinions and emphasizing the joy of being a man-hater to deep-heated man-hating rants, it's taking the internet by storm. And while I'm a supporter of this movement myself, it's gotten to the point where the message has been lost and obsession became the brand. This video isn't about taking away the anger or worse, disregarding the hurt and feelings of women who have been deeply hurt by men, but about addressing the patterns it's taking and why it may not be as empowering as it looks. Hey guys, Nachima here. I know it's been a while, but welcome back to the channel. Yes, I went and cut my hair. Call it quarter life crisis or whatever, but this is my new look. Do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. No pressure though. Let's get back into the video. There was a time when women absolutely loved men, even adored them. Actually, it was kind of the way it was back then. Women solely lived their life just as gender roles dictated for them. They were homeowners and caregivers, and their love and admiration for their husband was shown as respect for his work and his role as a provider. But whether the love was as a result of dictated gender roles or not, it was there regardless. And if we're being honest, these women didn't see this love as anything other than what it was, which was basically love.
I like Frank. I like liking him. I feel good way down inside when he's buzzing around nearby. Whether he's gay or tired or just busy old Frank like now.
However, things started to take a different turn, especially in recent years, particularly 2025. The love and admiration women used to feel for men slowly started to depreciate, and the opposite feeling started to spring forth.
You ever been in your man-hating era so hard that you're literally like, I don't respect their minds. I don't respect their opinions. I literally can't stand them.
It may have started from playful demeaning TikToks, but it quickly progressed to more intense videos that almost assure you that the love is dead.
I insult men for a living. I insult their intelligence. I shatter their ego. I call them stupid and dumb. I bite them. If they don't come correct, I slap. So yeah, I'm not a feminine. I'm a misandrist, a raging one.
In 2025, one thing that undoubtedly fueled this trend or further increased the trend is the man of the year trend on TikTok. A trend where we got to see very disturbing and concerning messages women received from men. It was literally so hard to believe that at some point, people started to consider the fact that some of these messages were lies.
I'm sure we've all seen this man of the year trend, this let's hear it for the man of the year. And at this point, I am convinced that it is a lie. I feel like some of you are going to text your friends and you're like, oh, how far? I want to participate in this trend. So send me this horrible message. Let me take a screenshot and post it, because there is no way in hell. There is no way in hell a man is actually sending such message to you, because what the hell?
Now, as much as there could be some truths and untruths in that trend, that is not for us to analyze in today's video. Although, if you are interested in that, you can simply go and search Man of the Year trend on TikTok and get your stomach's fill. But one thing that was very clear about this trend is that it was coming from a place of hurt and disappointment. It gave women an opportunity to voice out their frustrations and share experiences. And more than that, it was seen as a defense mechanism and a form of self-love.
Hating men is actually one of the most self-loving things that you could do as a woman in a patriarchy.
Somewhere along the line, women lost themselves to this trend and couldn't seem to talk about anything else but how much they hate men. The playful TikToks about hating men became endless, and a simple phrase that has the word hate and a man in it pulls in more online engagement than a trending TikTok sound.
Don't you just hate when a man...
And the comment sections are almost always supportive, with comments like, indeed I do, every day, every hour, every minute, every second, especially when they, like, why is he blinking? Hating men became less and less about specific experiences and more about constant negativity. It is simply enough to hate a man because he is a man, and somehow Basic social interaction with them supports that fact.
Have you ever hung out with a man just like casually? It's kind of easy to hate them. Yeah, don't you? Haven't you ever spent time with one? They're fucking awful. Like,
Some women even went beyond the occasional rant and built strong platforms off of hating men. It became a space where men weren't invited, but everything that is discussed in that said space is men.
There was this one girl, her name is Drew, I think. Her whole entire platform that she's created, I thought she was funny in the beginning, but she made her whole platform on hating men. And women follow her and look up to her. And she has a fucking husband.
my platform specifically is the one table men don't have a seat at. And so if you don't have a seat at my table, don't worry about what's being served.
It got difficult to tell who a person is because their entire personality became about who they hate and not who they are. In fact, they hated so much it turned into an obsession that puts them in the same category as the pick-me's who obsess over men.
The women who get on this app and talk about how much they hate men are just as male-centered as the ones that love men, if not more. I will not be elaborating.
Hating men started to look more like centering them because some women made it so much of their personality that they could turn something that isn't about men to be about men.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but the girls that seek male validation are not the only ones that are male-centered. If you hate men so much that it literally becomes part of your personality, you are also male-centered. And I mean like it's a thing of your day-to-day life. You can take something that has nothing to do with men and find a way to make it about hating men. You're male-centered. One example I see of it is like, say a pretty girl posts herself and you in the comments saying, no man deserves this. Do you think you do? Or it'd be a cute little couple, minding their business, and then y'all be in their comments talking about, is he bothering you, queen? No, but you're bothering both of them. Wrap it up, quickly.
It started to look like an attempt to recruit people into the man-hating cult. It became wrong for a pretty girl to post her pictures, a taboo to love her boyfriend, or worse, do something nice for him and post it online. Because apparently, a girl isn't supposed to love her man.
Do y'all just hate partners? Why is it every single time I talk about things that I do for my boyfriend, I get people in my comments not you doing all this for a man. I love him. Oh my fucking god.
Somewhere along this trend, it got lost that a woman could genuinely love a man and choose not to hate men, especially since the narrative that women who hate men get better men started circulating.
The secret to finding a good man is to hate men. When you hate men, you don't make excuses for them or their behavior. You will never meet a man that is not where he's supposed to be at in life and start feeling sorry for him.
The reason why those men-hating women be having the best partners ever, I mean the absolute best, is because they don't play when it comes to men. They don't play. They don't even like them or even fucking want them. They know they don't need them. They have very, very, very high standards, very high expectations, and very tight boundaries.
I saw this post that said women who hate men the most have the best husbands. Wake that up!
Now it makes you wonder if some women are only hating on men because it's supposed to get them better men. We are seeing so many man-hating videos that some of it is starting to look like it is just for clout. An opportunity to pull some traffic to your page because hating men is trending and the algorithm is pushing such videos.
Has hating men gotten us to?
I think that hating men is profitable. It generates lots of engagement online. I mean, gender peace is not profitable. Gender war is. I don't think if you're pushing peaceful conversation, you're going to go viral.
The sad truth is that it became almost not allowed to not hate men, or worse, to say not all men. It's like if you're not participating in the hate, then you have no right to speak.
I just saw this video where a woman posts propaganda I'm no longer falling for, disliking a whole gender because it's trendy to hate men. Women disliking men, or appropriately being cautious of them, couldn't possibly be the result of information, facts, women's real experiences. Whether it's you or someone you know, you've known people who have been the victim of these things at the hands of men. But I get it. You're not holding that against any of the men. How big of you to forgive these men on behalf of all of these women?
The problem is that some women are simply convinced that hating men is a must and not a choice, and they'd rather other women hated men too.
Stop decentering men and start centering your hatred for them. Every morning when you wake up, I want you to think, how can I ruin a man's day? How can I gaslight, manipulate, disadvantage a man in my life?
If you want to be my friend, man hating is the first criteria. Do you hate men? Yes. La 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 la. We are friends. But if I come and say, men are so useless, you come and say, but not all men. That's not what I expect from you. What I expect from you is for you to even say something more wicked.
Now, I'm not even trying to be a supporter of the men because the hate is obviously justified and men still have a lot of work to do. But the fact that some women are choosing the hate train instead of healing is where it gets concerning. Turning something that hurts you, something that you're meant to heal from, into daily content for social media and gradually losing yourself to the point where you can't even see that it's turned into an obsession.
I think what we don't talk about is that hating men is a very strong energy, and it still takes away from you living your life because you are still focused on men when you are spending your energy hating them. There's a life for you outside of obsessing over men and outside of hating men. But those are both the same things. Don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to take away your anger. If you are angry, be mad, okay? But eventually you do need to move on from that because it is not helping you.
What's even more concerning is that the hurt seems so unhealed that it's making not just these women depressed, but others as well who consume their videos.
I'm seeing so many of us making and consuming the I hate men content. You would find sisters that were hurt by men at some point in their lives come on the internet and literally make it their entire personality trait. This is serious, you guys. There's women who get depressed from this constant hate train that they're consuming every single day. Like, I'm having to click not interested at every single girl I swipe up. Y'all are talking about men and how much you hate men. I don't even want to hear anything about that.
I love Nella Rose bad. I love her down. But how can you be cussing your future husband that's not even here yet, babe? And I just think things like this, it's just not healthy. This I hate men train, don't get me wrong, it's justified. It's so justified. But when you consume so much content that's constantly negative about men and about relationships, your mind is forever living in that negative, toxic state.
And isn't it crazy how this hate is so widespread, but it doesn't seem to be contributing to the fight against the patriarchy, which is the system that supports these men that we hate.
When people like me talk to you about the fact that hating men is useless and misandry is useless, we're not saying you can't be traumatized by men or you need to forgive them for what they did. That is not the goal of what we're talking about. My problem is you guys are so hell-bent on talking about how much you hate men and how much you hate what they do and da-da-da-da-da. But when I talk about the patriarchy's brought up, it's like complete indifference. It's so disturbing to me how indifferent y'all are to the system that creates the people that you supposedly hate.
If we're being honest, the hate doesn't heal the hurt. It is only an extension of it. Yes, it could serve as a defense mechanism, create a sense of control, and be profitable on social media, but it doesn't truly heal. And while this hate is almost able to convince a person that these women want nothing to do with a man anymore, it is unseen in their unconscious actions.
A lot of women that have a hatred for men, like a very active one, also want to be with men at some point. You know, like my friends that I've observed talk about how much they hate men. They are the ones that long for connection with men more than I do.
When we hear the rhetoric from women talking about how they hate men, it's really underneath that statement something that sounds a little bit like this. I want to love men, but they've hurt me so deeply, and I'm so afraid to trust them now.
And honestly, I think that's where the truth lies. If you're a woman who has been deeply hurt by men, by all means hate on them, and girl, best believe I'm with you because I hate them too. But I do hope that you find true healing and the hate doesn't consume you, that you lose this amazing person that you are. But then again, I'm not going to tell you how to heal, because I've definitely chosen to heal in unconventional ways at different points in my life. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments, because I can't be the only person thinking in this direction. Okay, so my mic went off and I didn't realize, but what I was saying at the end of this video is basically trying to apologize for going MIA for over 2 months because I've been dealing with depression and some other crazy life situations. But hopefully I'm back for real and I don't disappear on you guys again, or at least without letting you guys know. Also, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!